How to become an audio engineer. Brought to you by jobsearchchannel.com.
What's going on today, you guys? So today we are going to be going over the question, who is Queen's music producer? In this case, who was Queen's music producer? So I've been learning about music production for about 10 years now, but I'm still learning every single day. I think music is one of those things that when you get into it, you quickly have to realize that the environment is ever changing, both on the business and the technology side, and you will constantly be learning. You will constantly be exploring new ideas because, music is simply one of those things that's ever evolving. And I think that it's very, very important to always be asking new questions and seeking out new answers, especially if you want to stay ahead of the curve in the music industry. I think it's very, very important. So I got started in music because it's always been a huge, huge passion of mine. Music production wasn't necessarily a major passion of mine to start off with, but I started off as a guitarist and singer playing in different bands, touring throughout the country, and I kind of wanted to get in on the music production side to see what it was all about. I had never really explored it. I had never really explored the kind of creative side of that, and I wanted to see more of what it was about. I felt like I could make a career out of it, and so I went to school, studied music there, and did some internships at some studios out here in LA, which I highly recommend for anyone doing, music engineering or production, is that you go and get a hands-on internship somewhere. I think it's one of the best ways to learn by far. I eventually was spat out on the other side, where I got a job as a music producer, sync writer, and composer at a small studio here in Los Angeles, where I've been working for the past 2 years. And it's been absolutely wonderful throughout. So you might want to know the answer to the question of who is Queen's music producer, as Queen is maybe one of your favorite groups of all time. I know for me it is. It's what I grew up on, and even when I was younger and didn't understand music, I was always absolutely fascinated by the wall of sounds and the production that Queen songs seem to have. It seemed almost impossible that, back in the 70s and 80s, that this band could have been doing something like this. It's just so very, very impressive. So we're going to be talking about David Richards. Now, David Richards, he's an English-born, although Swiss-based record producer. He is also a musician, fabulous musician and mix engineer. He was pretty much owned by the rock band Queen at one point. I mean, he produced and worked on so many of their albums, and also played keyboards on a lot of their records. He dealt with the live music recording in such events as the Montreux Jazz Festival, and had done just so much for Queen. So he was pretty much part of a lot of their albums, including Live Killers, Live Magic. These were some of their live albums. Of course, The Miracle, Innuendo, Buddha Suburbia with David Bowie. He also did Made in Heaven with Queen, A Kind of Magic with Queen, and worked with them pretty much throughout the mid-80s and early 90s up until the disbanding. He was the owner of Mountain Studios in Montreux and worked there. It was just essentially a multi-track recording studio that was in Switzerland, but now it's in Adelens. And he was pretty much the head producer over there when Queen was there, because they were such a big act to come through. So if you're looking to learn about Queen's music producer, I would highly recommend going and studying David Richards. Amazing guy, just incredibly talented, and made some of the best albums of all time, really. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to check the description and get in touch with us. Take it easy.